On the cold day of April 2nd, 2013, I headed out to the former Reading Railroad Lebanon Branch, now the NS Harrisburg Line. I spent the day with my dad filming many trains on the busy travel track mainline. We visited the town of Richland PA and caught many different angles here. Among the many trains seen throughout the day, the highlight was the Ringling brothers Barnum and Bailey Red Unit Circus train passing from its way to Youngstown, Ohio from Brooklyn, New York. Lots of EMD models were seen as well. Arriving at Richland, I talked to my buddy Carl Phillips for an hour. He too was waiting for the circus train, however it came too late for him. Nonetheless, we had a good time talking. Finally, after an hour of waiting, Intermodal train 21M, Croxton, New Jersey to Chicago, Illinois, rushed by with Richland led by a nice SD70M leader. As the crossing gate started up, a driver hesitated in the crossing and had the gates come down on his car. Carl talked to that man and held the gate up, and then the man backed his car up. I sure hope it doesn't do that again. It was nice of Carl to do that, otherwise the crossing would have done serious damage to the man's paint job. After that, Carl's wife and my dad headed over to the Richland Diner for lunch. We had a great lunch. I had an awesome burger here. Unfortunately, we missed 65R, 16T, and 94M, which had several Irlacona cars in the contest. Oh well. After lunch, Carl and his wife had to head out. We waited for about 30 minutes before 20K and my friend Jared Steele and his friends Alex and Jacob showed up. Unfortunately, 20K showed up too soon, so they got in my shop, but no problem. I was able to work around that. 20K's leader was an X-Car in Dash 8 with a nice Nathan P3 horn. After 20K, I greeted Jared Benedict's subjacket across the tracks. Following that, over to the other side of the crossing is local H33 with an ex-Conroe GP38-2 and NS Operation Laser Paint 5303 followed by an amazing Leslie RS3L, the trademark Conrail horn. Following H33, along came loaded auto-rack train 18F, a nice D&D pair consisting of an SD60E 6915 and SD70 2520. Notice that 6915 is in Horsehead and 2520 is in Thoroughbred. Next up was Mixed Freight 19G with a pair of Horsehead General Electrics running elephant style. Notice the relic of Midwestern railroading past midway through the train. After 19G, Jared and his friends took off. I said goodbye to them and waited for about 30 minutes before Morrisville, PA bound mixed freight 14G came by with two -940 CW sandwiching an SD70M. "20W surprised me. The -9 liter had a nice P5 horn as well. 10 minutes after 22W, along came 35Q. This train, along with its counterpart 36Q, runs from Allentown, PA to Linwood, North Carolina, and vice versa. This route was created in March after the closure of the Roanoke, Virginia hump service. Leading the train was another ex-Conrail-8 of a nice Leslie. Another rock-on hopper is in this consist as well. Came 33-3A with more GC40-9Ws with a somewhat foul K5LA on the leader. Next up was another local H31. An X-Ring and X-Conrail GB40-2 was in lead with another monster Leslie RS3L. Half an hour later, 15T rolled by with a standard cab -9 bound for Irondale, Alabama. The engineer gave me some horn salutes as well.
Thank you.
Next up was 20R in the fading light, bound for the E-Rail terminal in New Jersey. Two more NSGs rolled by, including an ex-Con-8. After 20R, my dad and I went to get gas at a nearby Hess. We came back and caught Morrisville, PA bound double stack and single stack 20Q. Another Dash 9 came by for very foul K5LA. Time I heard the Circus train was on the Reading line. I was anxious to get this train and go home as the cold was getting worse each minute. The last train to come before total darkness was H31 returning, with 3001 returning trailing along with SD4S2 3355 leading. 8:15, 261 Triple Crown train rolled by Richland with a standard cab SD70 sandwiched between two Y cabs. At 8:20 p.m., I heard from the yard groups from the Harrisburg Line that 047, the Circus train, was moving through Y and missing. 10 minutes later, I heard it had cleared YO. And so at 8:50 p.m., I heard a whistle for the crossing just east of Richland. 36 later, I could see lights on the track, and there it came in all its glory. G-940CW 9396 was doing the honor of being the leader of NS SD70M Disc 2, 2653, 20 trailing. And with that, amended amazing day trackside on the Norfolk Southern Harrisburg Line. I plan to come back here again sometime in the near future. Please check out York Rail videos here at Facebook page for updates. Thanks for watching York Rail videos.